significant event. Let me just start by saying thanks for being here to help us honor our teammates. I'm personally and professionally embarrassed that it's 52 years after the fact, but at least we're on the right track. I will tell you my own personal belief after having read the sworn testimonies and the record is it remains insufficient recognition for the actions that took place almost 52 years ago, January 30th, 1971. So thanks for everybody being here today. I'd also like to say that I'm humbled to be in the presence of warriors. Thank you for letting me be a small part of this. This is really, really special for me for a number of reasons. One, the significance of the event. Two, it turns out that the gentleman to my immediate right just might have been the CEO of Buds when I graduated. In fact, if you'll endure me, I'll just share maybe one or two quick sea stories. So, Captain Huth was a CO for I think through Hell Week at least, and then Captain Richards came in and took over. And one of the first things he did, I don't know, sir, if you're going to remember this or not, but he says, "All right, all the time runs, all the 4-mile time runs are now in boots." And of course, you know, some we had some whiners, and they said, why the hell? The first all hands call, someone puts a paw up and he says, "Hey, Captain, how come we have to run in boots? You know, this whole time we've been running in sneakers." And again, I don't remember if you remember this, sir, but I do. Very casually, very casually, you said, "Well," and you sort of had that pensive look. You said, "Well, it seems to me, the last time I was shot, I was wearing boots." "Yep, I'm sure of it." No more questions. No, and then I have fond memories of watching this really cool Corvette with the Hulk license plate drive down the stand, and we all fled out of the way. But no, this is really special. The other thing I'll share with you is, you know, I try to do a little bit of reach out into my network, but it's tough. It's tough going back 52 years trying to find out what the heck was going on. But I did get a little bit. I got from a mutual friend, an old boss of mine, and an old teammate, someone who had shared time in the hospital in Japan. He asked me to ask you, what the hell happened to the big red beard? I got some photos I won't share with the crowd, but a pretty intimidating Lieutenant JG used to, I guess, tactical questioning would be the right way to phrase it.
Didn't need to say much.
Yeah, but pretty intimidating. Asking questions of some of the North Vietnamese friends. The other thing that won't come out in the citation that I just wanted to share, but to add a little context, hopefully it's not too graphic, but you know, the Admiral was shot in the hand in the middle of this firefight. And he, in the midst of it all, looked down and saw something protruding and thought a round was stuck in the hand. And you know, seen this in a John Wayne movie or something. He thinks, well, I'll just reach down and bite it and pull it out. Except maybe it wasn't a bullet. Maybe it was a protruding bone. And Admiral Natter said, the way you explained it, almost more than the bullet, almost took you down to your knees there.
When I went to pull that bone out of my hand is when I discovered it was a bone and it was still attached.
Why do you try to stop a bullet with your hand?
Because I was holding it here.
We'll get on with the awards, but I did want to say and recognize publicly that, you know, when you read the actions, not just of the Admiral, but the entire team, for whatever reasons, be they political or bureaucratic at the time, I think they remain insufficient. You know, running back and forth 3 separate times across withering enemy fire to help teammates, whether that's the Admiral who's carrying people, whether that's you know, the automatic weapons folks that are laying down a base of fire so that could take place, so that we didn't need to commit an aircraft into a hot zone. I mean, undoubtedly saved the lives, not just of the team on the ground, but probably the air crew as well. So my commitment is this doesn't end today, but I'm glad there's greater recognition, but I think there's probably deserves continual review. With that, I think, why don't we transition to
Okay, sir. So we're gonna do 2 awards. Ollie, we're gonna start with you. So Ollie, front and center. And active duty, attention to award. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Bronze Star Medal, Gold Star, in lieu of 3rd award to Radio Man, 2nd Class, Wendell Ollie Hedge, United States Navy, for the service as set forth in the following citation. For heroic achievement while serving with SEAL Team 1, Detachment Gulf, engaged in armed conflict against the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong communist aggressors in the Republic of Vietnam. On 30 January 1971, Petty Officer Hedge was serving as rear security for a 6-man patrol operating deep within enemy-controlled territory. The patrol was moving out from the helicopter landing zone when they came under heavy enemy fire from a tree line. With the aid of helicopter gunships, the enemy fire was suppressed in a short time. As the patrol moved towards the enemy position, they received a second attack, which severely wounded the patrol leader and point man. Reacting immediately, Petty Officer Hedge worked his way up to the patrol leader, laying down protective fire. After administering first aid, he continued to fire into the enemy position until directed to confirm a safe helicopter extraction zone. He accomplished this and cleared a route of escape. He then assisted the wounded into the aircraft and laid down covering fire, enabling the patrol to be safely evacuated. Petty Officer Hedge's courage under fire, professionalism, and complete devotion to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. The combat distinguishing device is authorized. For the President, Carlos Del Toro, Secretary of the Navy.
Efforts of the board to bring this about, and I humbly accept it, and I graciously thank you. God bless the USA.
All right, here we go.